just put up in this thing with my soldiers. I blew it and I'm still. Last minute I'ma need me some. Call up Khalifa. Bring them in the. You know I stay with some bad little baby. TGOD, baby, know that's a gang gang. Crazy girls after the game. We going honest, we going insane. Pouring this. Dead homies got me pouring this.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Tonight we kick off Week 7 with a great Thursday night matchup here between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Minnesota Vikings. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Cleveland to return from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. This defense for the Vikings, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
On second down, LeBlanc, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Third down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A pickup of 27. And they pick up the first down in the process.
First down, Tampa Bay.
They run the counter. LeBlanc. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now will be third down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. They'll keep it on the ground. LeBlanc, and he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
And incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. LeBlanc. And they'll get him down right around the 16. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. He'll drop to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good, and the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. Well, given where they started that opening drive, CD, I think to get 3 out of it, probably a pretty good start that they'll take.
I think you're exactly right about that because they just shook off the effects of the kickoff in field position and took the ball and moved it downfield. Didn't pay off with a touchdown, but that drop.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Vikings. From one end zone to the other, 101 yards. And the Vikings are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. So they gave up the field goal, but boom, they get it right back. Don't even worry about getting their offense on the field. They return it on the kickoff.
So I see your 3 points.
And
raise you 6. Double it up, coming right back at them. And if that's going to be the trade all game long, someone's going to be very happy with the end result.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Cleveland to return from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Here's 2nd and 8. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often. Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
2nd and 6. They run the counter. LeBlanc, and he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. LeBlanc. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. A big pickup there. 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
A gain of 18 on the play. And the Buccaneer first down.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Score, Vikings 7, Buccaneers 3.
They'll run on first down. LeBlanc, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Calling a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
On second down now, LeBlanc, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Vikings force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
That's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And some room to work. Touchdown, Vikings. Well called, well blocked, and he just made a great run as an athlete go a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too? Just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Point after here coming up. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Makes the score, Buccaneers 3.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Cleveland to return from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that won't. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one. Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he's got his man on the out route.
Pass on 2nd. A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll set up a throw. He's got him in, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. LeBlanc, and he is going to lose yardage here. And he lost 6 there on the first down play. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. He'll look to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
And another long drive from the offense, but the defense is denying them the end zone. Nothing to show for the last drive offensively. They can't come away empty-handed again.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked in and ran, but he's still short of the marker, and it's 4th.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
And he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Do, and you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. On the ground, it's Ford. Only 3 yards on the pickup. They'll be left staring at a 3rd and 14. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. With an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Fox. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Was that supposed to be a curl route and then he improvised, or do you think it was designed like that?
I think it was designed because one thing quarterbacks can't stand is being crossed up on routes. They don't like too much improvisation, so most of the time when you see a play, it was drawn up that way, and that one was executed perfectly.
Yeah, and the defender bit on the curl. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. He'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Catch is made. It's Harmon.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
The handoff to Ford up the middle. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll look to throw here on first down.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Going across the formation, he finds Freiermuth.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
If you rank 1 from the bottom in statistics, that's usually not good in this league. And this team, 1 from the bottom in sacks, but somehow they've got 3 in this game. What's going on?
I know, they're 31 of 32. They better be careful, or they're going to be top 30 in the league. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And his kick here is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17 to 3. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half.
And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Graham. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there.
80 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
On play action, they'll throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
The Vikings send out their punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. This is taken at the 15. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
They'll drop to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sand.
Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly, because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And some room to run now. A great pick, once returned, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
The best starting field position you could possibly have. 1st and goal from the 1. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
And they'll run again.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there.
His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Cleveland to return from the end zone.
Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now a man open down the middle of the field.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
22 yards there, a first down. Back to throw here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up.
Now a give, right side. LeBlanc. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Wide open receiver complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 15-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. LeBlanc. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. They're going to look to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted.
And the Vikings are going to get the football back at their own 17. They're still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, they're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now back to throw.
He'll air this out deep for Harmon.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
On 1st down, Graham. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Graham. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 114 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been the running game for the most part that's powered him down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Now a handoff up the middle. Graham. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads. Bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now.
Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3.
Middle they go. It's 4. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Vikings are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Cleveland to return from the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole.
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That'll give them 8 that time, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
I like the thought process, I like the design, but I think he may have waited a little too long to spot his man, because if you're going to run that drag route, you've got to put it on him and let him turn upfield. Instead, he waits until his receiver's too close to the sideline, and they don't get the yards after the catch.
On 2nd down, LeBlanc.
And this is going to be a Bucs 1st down. His good running gets him to about the 44.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
They go play action here on 1st down. And that is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
141 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's another first down on a big gainer there, 33 yards. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
They'll run on first down. Graham. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Cleveland to return from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They'll look to throw here. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
On first down, LeBlanc. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
The Bucs will set up for the two-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So they couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here. Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here.
This was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially how much they were humming in the second half to pull away and get the victory. Really a complete performance.
And so much fun when you're able to have everyone contribute both sides of the ball. You go back into